Due tonight, a federal lawsuit raises questions about the culture at a prior job of the Minneapolis mayor's nominee for fire chief. In those court documents, allegations of harassment and discrimination in an East Coast fire department during Reginald Freeman's time there as chief. Richard Reeves live in Minneapolis working to learn what the mayor knew when he made the nomination. Rich?
Well, Kevin, the city is not commenting on this lawsuit, saying it was filed several years ago. Doesn't mention Freeman himself and concerns allegations involving a different city and state. But a former city council president and prosecutor says there are questions that need to be asked about this nomination.
Mayor Frey had high praise for Reginald Freeman as he announced him as his choice for Minneapolis fire chief in May.
The kind of leadership that he brings to the table is second to none.
But a 2022 lawsuit raises questions about his time as fire chief in Hartford, Connecticut.
It should always be an open process, and it should always be one where the legislative body has the information they need to properly vet the executive's appointments.
2 female firefighters filed this federal lawsuit against the city, saying they were harassed and discriminated against by their employer because of their sex and/or race. The document also says nearly every female who rose to the ranks of lieutenant or higher either filed an internal complaint of harassment and discrimination or tragically surrendered their promotion in order to avoid the hostility of the executive-level fire chiefs. It doesn't mention Freeman specifically or accuse him of any wrongdoing, but the lawsuit includes allegations of mistreatment while he was leading the department between 2016 and 2021.
Is it reasonable to say that the fire chief, would have known about this?
I think it's reasonable to conclude that as chief he would know about these things. Certainly that he should have known about these things.
Former Minneapolis City Council President Paul Ostrow calls the allegations troubling. The nomination now set for a public hearing next week.
Should all of this be part of the discussion?
It should be. The most important question I would ask would be, number one, was this disclosed to the mayor or the search team?
Now, we talked to the mayor's office again late tonight. They did tell us that they're not commenting on that lawsuit. We're still working to get a comment from Freeman himself. Live in Minneapolis, Richard Reeve, 5 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Rich.